Will start in 5 seconds. We have heard appeals directed against the impugned judgment and order dated June 24, 2013, passed in a batch of writ petitions assailing the wires of the West Bengal Tax on Entry of Goods into Local Areas Act 2012 as it stood prior to its amendment. We have also heard writ petitions directed against orders passed by the Taxation Tribunal in respect of entry tax matters. We have heard these matters analogously as similar issues are involved. All these matters have been specially assigned to this bench. Various SSS had assailed the wires of the Act of 2012 prior to its amendment by way of writ petitions. By the impugned judgment and order dated June 24, 2013, passed in such writ petitions, learned single judge had declared the Act of 2012 to be ultra vires the Constitution of India. Aggrieved by such decision of the learned single judge, state has preferred various appeals. During the pendency of the appeals by the West Bengal Finance Act 2017, various provisions of the Entry Tax Act 2012 had been amended with retrospective effect. Wires of the West Bengal Finance Act 2017 had been challenged by SSEs before the Taxation Tribunal. Taxation Tribunal had set aside the amendments introduced to the Entry Tax Act 2012 by the West Bengal Finance Act 2017. State has assailed such decisions by way of the writ petitions. Learned Advocate General appearing for the state has submitted that the Act of 2012 was enacted exercising powers under Article 246 of the Constitution of India, read with Entry 52, List 2, Schedule 7 thereof. He has pointed out that the Governor gave assent to the Act of 2012 on March 31, 2012. Learned Advocate General has contended that the Act of 2012 provided for levy and collection of taxes on the entry of goods into a local area in the state of West Bengal for consumption, use or sale thereof. He has pointed out that the West Bengal tax on entry of goods into local areas rules were framed in exercise of powers under section 22 of the Act of 2012. Learned Advocate General has contended that learned single judge observed that compensatory tax is imposed for a specific purpose or for few specific identifiable purposes. The Act of 2012 has violated Article 309 and 304A of the Constitution of India as it was not compensatory. Moreover, state has failed to obtain presidential sanction under Article 304B of the Constitution of India. Learned single judge has also observed that where the SSE alleges discrimination, it is for the SSE to establish the same and that hardship of an SSE is no ground to challenge the validity of a fiscal statute. Learned Advocate General has submitted that learned single judge was pleased to stay the operation of the impugned judgment and order dated June 24, 2013 for a period of 6 weeks. Appeals had been preferred against the impugned judgment and order within time. The appeal court had passed an interim order on July 31, 2013 by which the appeal court permitted assessment proceedings to continue under the Act of 2012. Appeal court, however, had directed that there would be no refund of the entry tax already collected. Learned Advocate General has contended that during the pendency of the appeals, 101st Amendment of the Constitution occurred on September 16, 2016. Articles 246A 269A and 279A had been introduced into the Constitution for introduction of goods and services tax by subsuming all indirect taxes. Section 17 of the 101th Amendment Act had omitted entry 52 from list second 7th schedule of the Constitution of India. Section 19 of the 101 Amendment had provided for transitional measures by empowering the competent legislatures or authorities to frame laws consistent with the provisions of the 101 Amendment within a period of 1 year from the date of commencement of the 101st Amendment. Learned Advocate General has pointed out that conflicting views on entry tax laws promulgated by various states received the consideration of a 9 judges bench of the Honorable Supreme Court. Learned Advocate General has contended that Jindal Stainless Limited Supra noted that entry tax legislations are framed in exercise of powers under Article 304A of the Constitution of India. State had retained its sovereign power to levy tax on entry of goods in a local area. Entry tax must be non-discriminatory between imported goods and goods manufactured in the state. Discrimination with valid reasons is permissible. Discrimination, if any, is to be considered by the appropriate bench. Stop.